Morning, friends. How are you guys today? I brought somebody I want you to meet today. It's my dog, Sally. Come here, Sal. Look, I've got a treat for Sally. Do any of you have pets at home? Sally loves the treats. She's super excited about getting it. Here you go, Sal. Good girl. Sally's going to join us for the story today. And the votes came in, and guess what? You guys chose Corduroy. If you voted for a different book, don't be sad. We can read that one another day. But first, I want to start by saying hi to my friends out there that commented and voted. So I want to say hi to Alexa and Flinny and Fife, Mr. Johan, Harper May, Blossom and Larky, Brant and Reese, Elise, Michael and Milo. Friends, if you are watching this today, make sure that your mommy and daddy comment so I can say hi to you tomorrow too, because I miss all of you so much. All right, are you guys ready? This is one of my favorites. It's about a little bear named Corduroy. Here we go. And Corduroy was written by Don Freeman. He's the author. The author is the person who wrote the book. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in a toy department of a big store. Day after day, he watched all the other animals and the dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost a button on one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf. He began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he'd stepped onto an escalator and up he went. Could this be a mountain, he wondered? I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was the most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of bed. "This must be a palace," gasped Corduroy. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled into the large, thick mattress. All at once, he saw something small and round. "Why, there's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down too tight. He yanked and he pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button off the mattress, and off toppled Corduroy. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp he fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going on his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." flight, under and over the sofa beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the covers. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and he carried him down the escalator. And he set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customer came into the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with wide, warm smile, was the same little girl that he'd only seen the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," said Lisa. She carried Corduroy all the way home in her arms. She ran all the way up the floor flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside the girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like the enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew her buttons on the overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and she gave him a big hug. That's the end of Corduroy, friends. I have 2 buttons here on my sweater. I think today will be a really good day for us all to practice buttons. I know in my Air Pegasus classroom, we have been doing a lot with Teacher Mac, practicing buttons and zippers. So today, if you find something with a button or a zipper on it, I want you to have your mommy or daddy take a picture and send it to me, okay? That would be so fun to see what you're buttoning. All right, friends, until tomorrow, Sally and I say goodbye. Say goodbye, Sal.